September 25th, the new Fox Tuesday kicks off with New Girl's new season. Then welcome Ben and Kate.
Stay away from my sister before you find out what 6 years of Krav Maga feels like. Well, like year and a half plus like 4 years on and off I was traveling.
Followed by another all-new New Girl.
What am I looking at here?
Pure, unadulterated friendship.
And the Mindy Project.
Can't believe you're tattling.
Tattling is when a little girl does it, okay? When a hot woman does it, it's called whistleblowing.
The new Fox Tuesday, premieres September 25th on Fox.
You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Girlfriend Confidential LA After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Girlfriend Confidential.
Woo! All right, we're gonna keep going. Yeah. Hey guys, if you're tuning in right now, this is the after show for Girlfriend Confidential. And one thing for you, don't adjust your computer monitors.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, because you are looking at a room filled with some chocolate goodness. Yes, we are all black.
La,
yes,
la.
yes. It's like a bag of chocolate M&Ms exploded here in the AFTERBUZZ Studios, and we're here just for you. Yes! All right, so those are some nice sound effects, Corrinne.
Thank you.
But I'm going to go around the room, and let's introduce my lovely co-host for this evening. To my left.
Hi, guys. What's up? I'm Kennelia. Follow me on Twitter at Kennelia, Kennelia, and add me on Facebook.
All right. She has 5,000 friends. What it do, boos? It's Rennie Wren, Corrinne Williams. And you can hit me up on Twitter at just saying, oh, wait, get your life.
Oh, I like that. Just saying, oh, eight.
Because I'm always just saying.
All right.
Just saying something.
Everybody, you know how, okay, I could go on a tangent, but
Yeah.
I like that. And I am Diona Vaughan. You guys can find me on Twitter at GoToGirlTV. That's G-O, the number 2, Girl TV.
I like your handle.
Thank you. I'm kind of like the go-to girl. You know, living
are.
fabulous on a budget. That's my thing.
Holla.
Holla. All right, you guys. So we got a nice, juicy episode of Girlfriend Confidential. Now, you didn't see my face last week. You saw their faces. But, you know, I'm here.
Saw my face.
Hopefully you will welcome, welcome the new faces, because we love the show. Now, let's get kicking. So, first off, coming off from last week, Denyce and Eva, they had the whole blow up at Eva's place.
Yeah.
And now it's, a little backpedaling, and they're trying to reconnect the friendship.
Yeah.
Do you think that Eva and the girls are a little too hard on Denyce based off of what happened?
I do. I definitely think that, because, I feel like when you're friends with somebody, you should be able to have free reign and express yourself in the manner in which you want to. And, last week's episode, Eva invited this girl, Stephanie, who Denyce and Stephanie, they collide because of whatever the situation is. Like, we really don't know. But, Stephanie was talking junk, and Eva allowed it to happen in her house. So, of course, Denyce went off, and I would have done the same, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing that was probably a little touchy is arguing in front of company. But besides that, that's it. You keep family business in the family. But if old girl was talking junk,
she was talking reckless,
then I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
You kind of have to take care of it.
Because, last week she said, to Eva, and they're sitting about as close as we are, and she says, and Denyce is where you are.
Right.
And she's like, oh, Eva, yeah, I heard that she slept with so-and-so. And Denyce is earshot, and she's like, what? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Like, your party's over. I'm about to put a size 9 in your tail.
Yeah. And I think in a situation like that, when somebody's calling you out in earshot, of course you're going to do what you have to do to, especially when you've heard it.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little, a little liquid courage on her part to even bring any of that up, with the whole T.O. thing.
Yeah.
We don't even need to go there. But I think
party over.
Just like someone's career. Anyway.
Oh.
Sorry.
Is he still broke?
Girl, yes.
Well, I'm sure he has investments, right? Don't you?
I don't know. Remember,
he was on Dr. Phil.
He was on.
When you get to Dr. Phil,
and Dr. Phil is fixing your life.
This boy's to man end of the road.
But okay, you know what?
Party over.
In defense, I will say that's also a moment of surrender, and maybe it's saying, okay, let me finally surrender. Let me take a look at myself. Let me take a look at my life. Maybe I'm ready to change. So you can't knock a person for getting to that point.
Or was it just a publicity stunt? T.O., was it a publicity stunt?
Hey.
Tweet me. Let me know.
He's got to get his check from somewhere because it's not coming from football anymore. It's not coming from NFL.
No.
So.
And he got cut from his arena league, too. They were like, party over.
Ouchie. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to get off that tangent because we could probably spend the rest of the show
T.O. Let's talk.
Talking about this. Moving on.
I'm just saying. Clearly.
So here's another factor. So Eva thought that, all right, Denyce owes me an apology. She kind of, wrecked up my party. She got her apology, but it wasn't good enough.
Beggars can be choosy, and Eva wasn't begging for an apology, but Denyce didn't really have to do that.
You don't think so?
I felt like she did.
I think she apologized, and it was nice that she did that. But if I apologize to you or to you, how can you critique my apology?
Well,
I'm with you there. Doing that? Why?
I don't think that Eva was saying like. Though she did say your apology wasn't good enough, I don't think that she was saying I don't accept the words that are coming out of your mouth. I felt like she was saying, the whole antic, like how you were acting at my house when we was having the cookout. You were acting like a 5-year-old, and it's just inappropriate, and I don't want you to ever be like that. I want my girl back, like my down out home girl.
Right.
Well, so that's how I took it.
And that brings me to the whole intervention thing with Eva. Well, and we kind of talked about this when we were looking at it. Like at the end of the day, Denyce and Eva, calm down, ladies. M&Ms. At the end of the day, they're girls. Like they've known each other for a long time. But we also know, Denyce lost her brother, who she was, very close with last year. The girl's gone through a lot. So I kind of feel like maybe she is entitled to not completely be herself. But at the same time, she wouldn't be a good friend to her if she didn't, call her out on her shit.
Well, here's the thing. They both, Eva, you owed her an apology as well because she allowed this other person who is not that close-knit with her to come into her house and stir up the pot, basically, and ruffle her feathers for the sake of, ratings for the show or whatever. Just to be messy or gossipy. So y'all both owed each other an apology. So if we're really going to keep it real, let's keep it real. And everybody go around the table and say, sorry. Lo siento, boo-boo. Lo siento. And get your life. Holla. I'm just saying.
We're not opinionated here at all, are we, ladies?
Well, I am. No. Psych.
Now, how do you guys feel about, everybody wanting to get Denyce, intervention and a life coach? Like, was that taking it too far?
Girl, that party was over.
I mean, come on now. Just let the girl grieve. Let her go through what she has to go through. Be her friend. But I think it was a bit much implying that she needs professional help.
Yeah, I'm a fan of therapy.
Yes. I am too.
If you have issues, talk to somebody. That's fine. But one person said a life coach, one person said therapy, another one gym membership. Like, come on.
You said gym.
They hit her with three different
manicurists.
A masseuse.
They hit her with so much. You kind of have to step back and say, okay, this may be a little overwhelming for her. Like your close friend, one of them could have said, listen, Denyce, maybe you should talk to somebody. But to have like a full out intervention where they're all saying you have a problem, that's uncomfortable. That's very uncomfortable.
Well, it's definitely uncomfortable, but I felt, to Denyce's credit, I felt like she took it well, for them
She really did.
It was almost as if they were attacking her just because of this isolated event. And I kind of felt that Kelly was the main one pushing it. you know.
Well, Kelly was the one who did the whole ambush thing.
Girl,
picked Denyce up in a cab. Now,
in L.A. We're not in New York.
Understand, Kelly, do you have a car, honey? Because this is L.A. You must have a ride, girl. I know you do. So I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
So maybe he was in the shop. I don't know. But, you know, the whole ambush thing, bringing her over to Eva's under false pretenses. I guess at the end of the day, that could have been a real disaster, but it wasn't. It worked out. She opened up. But I agree with you. I believe in therapy. You know, hey, I can admit I've been through it myself. But I think therapy is one of those things where the individual, you have to figure out and get to the point that it's right for you and do it. You know,
it has to be a want.
It has to be organic. It has to be something that you want to do for yourself. You know.
You know what they should have did?
What?
They should have had Ayanla fix my life. Ayanla Mendez fix my life. Let's get Niecy Poo together. And in addition, let's get Kelly together. Let's get Nikki together. And Eva the Diva together. Holla. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you
get your life.
Great segue, my friend. Let's talk about Nikki. Now, Nikki's had some, you know, personal. I see an eye roll over there. Nikki's had some issues with her father, you know, reconnecting with a person in her life who, you know, she wishes she had a relationship with, but she doesn't. And that's where she went and sought out some advice from our friend T.O. But I kind of feel like the situation with Nikki, I kind of felt like it was going in circles a little bit. You know, I feel like she needed to process something, but she kept going back to the same place. And her father was blowing up her phone. So what do we think?
I think Nikki seeking advice, that's cool. Girl, talk to your friends. But T.O., like not bash. I don't want this to turn into a bash T.O. session.
And it's not.
But T.O. doesn't really see his children. So,
well, do we know this for a fact?
Girl, they took his girlfriends took him on Dr. Phil because he didn't see his children. So,
oopsies. Okay.
I think when you that advice that she was seeking, I wanted her to seek that from someone else.
I see.
Someone who kind of
someone a little bit more worthy of giving advice from a fatherly perspective.
Right.
Well,
I get it.
I see why she reached out to him, because she did say that he went through the same thing. You know, his story. His daddy lived across the street while Granny raised him.
That's messed up.
Etc. However, with the whole Nikki, the whole.
Get it out.
I can empathize with her to a degree.
Yeah.
But then there's another side of me that's really brute, and I'm just like, you know what? If you don't want daddy in your life, then first of all, don't really display that, you know, for us to see, because, you know, America, we as viewers, we want to see like the wholesome family. And so, you know, there are some people out there who are like, wow, you have the opportunity to actually, you know, formulate a relationship with your father now, then, you know, seize the moment, like take it and don't like fuss and complain about it. But then on the flip side, I'm like, well, shoot, yeah, fool wasn't there. Like, he was not there. And now all of a sudden, now that she is in her really in her grind, like in her life, like now he wants to come and be like, yo, what's up? Like, party over, dad. Get it together.
But see, you know, I think that the relationship that a woman has with her father, that is what helps shapes relationships you have with men just in general in your life.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's a boyfriend, a husband, a teacher, whatever. So I think that's a very important relationship to have. And I mean, you know, people deserve second chances. We don't know what the circumstances were, but like I feel like her life it's popping off. You know, she's got this accessory line. She's, you know, got the show. Maybe this is the one place in her life where she needs some grounding, and that's where she's gonna get it.
Well, evidently, but I don't know. I just. It's awkward, especially when she was having this conversation with her dad. Though they don't really have a full-fledged relationship, or we're not seeing that they have one right now, I just felt like it was weird, because it seemed as if she invited him to come to LA, but then she was saying, oh, my dad's coming to LA. Like,
she had second thoughts.
Yeah, and I'm like, I feel like if you don't know your dad that well, then you need to treat it like, you know, just a random guy that you're like, who's courting you, kind of.
Right.
You talk to him, not to that degree, but you know, like you talk to him, you don't invite him over, you just, let's meet in a mutual place. Let's talk every Thursday. Like, take it slow instead of, hey, I just met you again, and now I'm like 30, whatever, and come to my house and lay on my couch and on my airbed.
I just met you.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Here's my number. You see where this is going.
Holla at me, boo.
Yeah, and maybe she has had the conversation, but that's something she should probably do, have the conversation with her father, saying, look, I understand we want to build this relationship. It takes time. I'm not really familiar with you. You're not familiar with me. I need some time to process this. I want to build something, but it can't be right now. Like, let's do it over time. Yeah, we just met, but you flying to LA right now, that's not the move. Like, you can have this conversation with him. He's a grown man. He'll listen.
Right. Because clearly he wasn't there, so he can take it.
He'll take
so I'm just like, it was just uncomfortable. So I'm envisioning like them getting together when he comes to LA to see her, and like, what is that going to be like?
Yeah,
sipping lattes.
It's going to be awkward. It's definitely going to be awkward. I mean, you know, you can't fake a relationship that isn't there.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a blind date, you know? Like, you don't know each other really.
Yeah.
You know?
And do we know why he wasn't in her life?
That we don't
know.
Yeah, because that has a lot to do with it, too. If he left the family... She has, she has maybe a resentment, or maybe the mom left him. Maybe it was like a violent relationship. You never know. That plays a part too.
Well, before we dig into Miss Eva and her role of a lifetime, I said it like that for a reason, y'all. But before we dig into that, I want to remind you guys to please check us out on iTunes. It's 100% free.com. Rate us, leave your comments, good, bad, or indifferent. We love hearing from you because it helps us bring you more shows. And y'all like TV? You like comedy? Whoop, whoop. It's like the season for like new shows, right?
Yes.
I mean, we're AFTERBUZZ, so we're all about new shows. Well, Fox has a new comedy lineup starting September 25th. First up, it's New Girl, starring our friend. Well, she's not really our friend, but
she's my friend.
She's a friend in my head, in our head. Zooey Deschanel. It was a really funny show. Did you guys watch that last year?
Girl, love it.
Cute show, coming back for all new season. And then the writers of New Girl have another show called Ben and Kate. Really, really funny trailer. We've seen it. It looks hilarious. And then finally, the show that I'm really excited about is the Mindy Kaling Project, because it is a brown girl, a woman of color, who is headlining her own comedy show. I don't think we've ever seen that on a major network. So I will DVR this, and I know you don't have cable.
Not since the 80s.
But
cable and the show.
But I will DVR this show. It looks so funny. I will support it, and hopefully we all will do that.
I will support it.
Yeah.
And, I'm gonna continue to watch New Girl because they got the brother on there.
Exactly.
But he only gets like 2 lines.
But hey, at least he's there.
But that's exactly why I watch it.
And that's why we have to support it.
It's always funny too.
So, all right, you guys, there's your Fox comedy lineup.
You know him.
Start September 25th. Make sure you check it out.
He's a comedian.
All right.
Oh.
Well, kind of.
Oh, okay.
What? Side note.
Side combo.
Oh, and one more thing, you guys. Tonight on Fox, Mob Doctors, new show, 9 o'clock. I mean, what time is it now? It's actually past 9. But,
set your DVR.
But set your DVR, and I'm sure you can probably catch a rerun over the weekend. But Mob Doctors, hot new show tonight. Make sure you check that out as well. All right, back to our fun show. So Eva the Diva, as she was always known as on ANTM.
I loved her.
With her little attitude. It's grown with her, and so. We see Eva. I love the sound
work, honey. I wish I had a wig, some hair, so I could be like, oh, work. Anyway, sorry.
Maybe we'll do wigs on another show.
Holla.
So we know Eva's all about, getting a career in gear, booking some roles. She meets with her manager, Jerome, and well, here, let's add this too. She tries to help out Denyce because Denyce is looking for representation. But here's what's not clear to me. What's not clear and what I think we're missing is does Denyce have some type of reputation in the business? Because the way her manager was talking, like, oh, I don't know, I'm not going to help her. Like, what do we think? Because that really hasn't been revealed.
Yeah, it's a little weird because, you know, like you said, Eva was talking to her manager and he was kind of like, I don't know. And Eva was even pitching her like, I know she might have an attitude. And Denyce mentioned it when she was talking to her friend, the guy, was it
Alimi?
Pastor Alimi, because he was preaching. Hallelujah, glory.
Yes. Yeah.
She touched on it a little bit, kind of saying like, you know, the way people perceive me, yada yada yada, but not very much. So
he said, people that I know you don't know, they know you, and they talk about you.
Yes.
Right.
That was an interesting
red flag
comment.
alert.
Red flag there.
Right.
So nobody is making it clear, but it seems like Denyce doesn't know if people are talking about her. She doesn't know why.
Right.
So
well, last episode, Eva and I believe it was Eva and Kelly were saying, well, she doesn't really have the best reputation.
Reputation.
There you go. I can't talk today. But yeah, they said that about her, and I was assuming. They didn't say this, but just assuming based off of what they said last week that it was her attitude. But then I see her on camera and I think that she's funny. Like, she's a burst of energy.
And not only that, I mean, I met Denyce at a party a year ago. I thought she was fantastic. Great personality, great energy.
She's pretty.
She's pretty, and she's one of those people who, like, you know, she's an actress and she's, you know, very attractive. You would expect, oh, okay, you know, one of those girls.
Yeah.
But she wasn't one of those girls. She's like down, you know, she's a good person. So from what I know, from when I met her, I thought she was great. So I would love, Denyce, Eva, we would love for you guys to come in the studio and, you know, clear all this up.
Let us know.
Let us know. Let the fans know, because but there is something to that, for sure.
Because everyone is saying this. So what happened?
And this is only episode 3.
Yeah, we're just getting into the season, so I don't know.
But
I
then
don't know.
remember when Eva and Denyce, they went shopping and retail therapy, and then Eva did make mention, or I guess they were talking about her conversation she had with Jerome, and Denyce was like, yeah, because, you know, I don't want to have to handle things on my own. So it sounds like she gets like kind of gangsta when she's on set sometimes.
Well, see,
that's how I took it.
I took it as whoever was representing her in the past maybe wasn't the best voice for her in certain situations. So she found the need to have to stick up for herself. And sometimes I think when a woman has to stick up for themselves, especially in this business, we get the label of being a bitch,
especially
or a diva,
a woman of color,
and a woman of color. So you know what? So I think you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. You know?
Okay.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't look at
she's been in it. She's been at it for a long time. She said 10 years. So
she's been out here 10.
Yeah, and she's lasted for 10 years, and she's still here. So she's doing something right.
So they have to get to the bottom of this, because if her reputation is the way they are insinuating, 10 years worth, that's a lot to clean up. It's a lot. I want to know what this is about. I really do. Because from the outside looking in, like you said, it doesn't appear that this is the case.
Yeah, I have no idea. But then it makes you wonder too, and this is just my thoughts around it as I'm watching the show, like how much of it is really like scripted. You know, because everyone plays a role on the show. Right. So she can be like the angry black woman. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Okay, that being said, I would like to think, and hopefully we'll find out when the ladies come into the studio, but I would like to think, especially as women of color, that no one would want to be portrayed that way. I don't think any one of us I don't think any one of us would want to volunteer to be known as the angry black woman. You know, or the difficult black woman, or the difficult, you know, Asian woman, you know, because they're all women of color on there. So I'm sure it's scripted to a certain degree, you know, just maybe certain situations are created, stuff like that. But I would hope that nobody's taking on a persona like that willingly.
But then, do they have rights to editing? Like, who's executive producer of it? I'm going to have to watch the credits next time.
We have to watch some credits roll. But, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to sign up and, you know, get that label?
I know that she definitely doesn't, because there was a comment when they were all having their sister girl talk, you know, about the roles that she goes, or people are sending to her. And she's like, I'm not playing the ghetto girl.
Yeah, she's in the ghetto. Right.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I would play it because, you know, I need a job, but I'm not opposed right now.
But to her defense, if that's the role that she has been playing, I don't believe it has. Like over the last 10 years, she's always playing this hood,
like
this hood,
typecast.
this typecast role. Then I can see her point. But if it's just a once thing, then it's up for discussion. Yeah. But Hollywood does put you in that box. I get both sides. They will put you in that bubble.
Girl, they will keep you in that bubble.
Yeah, because how many black actors have we seen who are always playing a security guard or the bully or a thug? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a check, but at the same time, you have to think about creatively where you want to see your career go.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And that being said, Eva's role. I like that. Role. Eva finds out there's a little twist to this screen test she has with the weigh-ins. Twist. Martini with the twist.
Oh, I love it. I need one.
Not straight up. And what I think is funny is that the tables turn and Denyce ends up, you know, giving Eva the pep talk because we learned that the role is a pretty girl who used to be a man. So, what did y'all think about Denyce, you know, flipping the table and giving Eva the advice?
Really, in the acting world, Denyce has been at it longer than Eva.
Right.
So when it comes to giving advice, this is just from my perspective, because Eva started top model. She started, you know, modeling, and then she kind of, you know, walked her way up to the acting field.
Right.
To me, it's natural for Denyce to be able to give her this advice.
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked when I saw that. It wasn't like, oh, Denyce. No, it was like, it was like, oh, this is her thing. Denyce has been at this. She has been working in Hollywood as an actress for a long time. So I was, you know, I was happy that she got to, you know, to flex her muscles and show her knowledge. I was happy for her. I thought it was great.
I agreed. And the thing is, I was kind of taken aback, like, at the mere fact that Eva was like, well, I don't know, you know, making a big deal about it, because I'm like, you're an actress. Let's act. Let's get to acting. Right. Let's do it, you know? So I was just like, side eye a little bit. Right. But I love Denyce's advice, and I love that she said, she was like, you know, loosely quoting here, he was over here crying because she has this amazing opportunity that a lot of black women don't get. Right. You know, going back into the stereotypes again. We're often given the roles of the video vixen, or, you know, the hood chick, the baby mama, and now she's giving a role, an opportunity that a lot of her white counterparts are often given. So I was like, touche D.
And it's comedy, and she could totally be, you know, completely changing people's minds out there. So I love that piece of advice. Loved it.
Get your life, Denyce.
I can't wait to see what happens. Now, can we talk about one more thing? This is early in the episode, but I don't want to skip over it.
Advice.
Yes, Alimi, y'all.
Oh, sorry.
This man is
Pastor Alimi, brother preach.
Hallelujah. Glory to your name.
Here's a quote that he said, and I think this is something that can resonate with all of us. He said, the temptation to quit will be the greatest right before you are about to succeed. That was beautiful.
It was. And in Hollywood, I haven't been out here long, but I can tell you the people that I know that are, you know, finally breaking through, they've been here for a long time. So when he said that, to me, it was like, Denyce, that's true. You've been out here for a long time. This is when you break. This is the time. 10 years, the shell is cracking.
Yeah.
The little chickie is coming through, and this is time. It's fine.
Yeah. I think she's probably feeling the way she feels because she has experienced a lot of, you know, trauma in her family. And when something like that happens, you want to rally. You want to be around your family. You want to, like, be a support system. And, you know, her family's all the way on the other, you know, across the country. So I kind of get it, too. You know what I mean? But she should not give up. Girl, don't give up. You've been out here too long. You've sacrificed too much. It's coming.
And at this point, you give up for what?
Yeah, give up for what?
After a certain amount of time, you can't turn back. There's no turning back, because when you do, it's going to call you back, and you'll be back. So there's no... Just keep at it.
She's not giving up. You on a reality show right now. Get your check and get your life.
Work it, girl.
And get representation with Jerome, because he's in the house.
Yeah. Well,
Jerome's in the house.
Great segue for predictions. Are we ready for some predictions?
Red.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Yeah, you're loving hip hop here.
Predictions.
Who wants to go first? Kenny.
You know what? I predict next episode. I don't know. I don't really have any solid predictions. My predictions are more further out. I think this is going to really do something good for Denyce. Maybe because I'm just super team Denyce after, you know,
I love her.
This. I like her. She seems very relatable and very...
To me.
Yeah, like I see an honesty in her, and I really want her to make it. The other girls too, but for her, it seems like her light is shining a little brighter than some of the others. They're all cool and, you know, awesome, but I like Denyce. I want her to make it. I want her to win.
Oh, winning, as Charlie Sheen would say. My prediction is that clearly Nikki's dada is going to come to LA, and we're going to witness a very rough patch at the beginning of them trying to forge a relationship, and you know, we'll see where that leads. I really don't have like much else.
All right, my predictions are I'm with you with Denyce, because we kind of see scenes for the next where she actually has that meeting with Jerome. All right, so I'm all righty then.
Marissa was like,
but you know what?
Wrap it up.
Better than predictions, you have to tune in next week to see what actually happens. I'm gonna go around the room really quickly. Tell everybody where we can find you.
You can find me, guys, on Twitter at Kennelia, KENNELIA, or add me on Facebook. All cameras. Kennelia Stradwick. Thanks, guys.
At Just Saying 08, get your live, holla.
Love that. And you can find me, Diona Vaughan, at GoToGirlTV on Twitter or GoToGirlTV.com. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.